What is up, super beautiful people of the internet? My name is Amethyst and welcome to my channel where I budget online. And today we're going to be doing a budgeting video where we prepare our budget and also move some money around after setting it up. So I did do this off camera just because I'm a little rusty with filming videos and I know that I'd be fumbling over my words really bad. So I'm going to show you what we're working with and then we're going to go and do some transfers now. We actually get paid 4 days out of the week. So on Monday, my paycheck hits. On Tuesday, our delivery driving paycheck hits. On Thursday, my husband's paycheck hits. And on Friday, a second delivery driving paycheck hits, which can make it very complicated. So if I'm not like very prepared for the week, sometimes the budget can get forgotten or like just fall off the face of the planet. So that does make it a little bit more complicated. But today I got paid and we got a little bit of our other payment came through. It was a refund from insurance for selling my husband's car. So we're going to work with that as well today. And then, so tomorrow off camera, of course, I will just go ahead and transfer what else I need to do, whatever payments I need to make, etc., etc. And then I come in here and that's why all of my previous paychecks have check marks on them, because that means that that payment was made and I don't have to worry about it. So let's go over what we're making this week. So my husband is getting paid and we take $950 out of his paycheck and put towards the shared finances. And then I am getting paid $532. And then we made $200 delivery driving with Uber, and then we made $72 delivery driving with the local small business that I delivery drive their meals for. And that was a very long sentence. And then of course we have the paycheck, or no, the refund. Okay. So this does not include 401ks, HSAs, pet insurance, donations, all sorts of like stuff that typically comes out of paychecks. We do have automatically coming out of our work W-2 job paychecks. So I just want to put that out there. So we're going to start with our debt. So every single week we take $100 out and put it towards my car's loan. We would put $105 and put it towards my personal debt consolidation loan, and then $100 towards care credit. With this is just because the person that co-signed with me, I promised them that I'd take $100 each week. And then this one is because it gets us just above the minimum payment, which is just what we're working on right now. And so we get some more stuff taken care of. And then care credit, we're not getting charged interest yet on care credit. With their program, 6 months after you make the charge, then you have 6 months to pay it off without getting charged interest. So we're doing $100 a week so that we can pay it off completely before the interest hits, which I think the last payment is somewhere in July, but we should have it paid off by the end of May, beginning of June. And then we do have an Affirm payment right here and Klarna. The Klarna payment, I honestly don't remember which one that is. I think that might have been a really big Amazon purchase, or possibly, yeah, I think it was an Amazon purchase. But that should be one of the last payments to Klarna, which is nice because I don't like Klarna. I prefer to use Affirm. But yeah, and also we always pay these off. So, you know, use those buy now pay laters at your discretion, but we have never had an issue with not paying them off, which is why we continue to use them, because sometimes for like big purchases, it's just the only option that we have. And I usually will do the ones that cost more short term that don't have interest. So it's like 0% interest, but you break it up into 4 payments or break it up into even 2 payments. I think that's why this is so high, is because it was only 2 payments. So yeah, just putting that out there. So that's what we're working on with debt. Today, we're going to move all the money around so that those payments can be made. And then Klarna and Affirm aren't going to be due until later on in the week, but I like to, as soon as I have the money, make the payment immediately. So I think that I should have enough money in my bank account right now to get all of our debts taken care of, since those are the most important things to be paying off. And then over in our like weekly expenses, day-to-day life stuff. So we're making a $510 payment towards rent this week, and we usually use my husband's paycheck to make that. And then we're gonna do $20 to groceries. I've talked about this in the last video, but we have so much food at our house. We have tons of freezer food, we have tons of canned food, and we have tons of like dry goods food. So we don't really need a huge budget for groceries. And then gas is gonna be $30. For a while it was going to go down to $25, but no, gas is expensive again, so we need a full $30. And I do drive a Prius, so that very much helps. And then we're going to do $250 towards our like day-to-day expenses credit cards. So we will use Quicksilver to buy our groceries, and then that $20 goes into Quicksilver. And then Platinum, we're trying to pay down and just lock our cards so that we don't use that one. But we do currently have stuff owed on it. So we're going to do a whopping $250 towards these ones this week. And that does include a little bit extra because we are going to go out to dinner. And so we're putting more money towards the card to accommodate that payment. So yeah, that's what we're doing there. And then down here is going to be our savings. So right now, I'm actually changing this sheet like this week. Like next week, it's going to look like this. And you'll see that I basically combined our Japan and cruise categories into just travel, because for my brain it's just working a lot better that way. Both of the payments for the cruise and Japan come out of the same bank, same savings account. So what I'm going to do, instead of just trying to like make sure I have enough for each category and have to be like, okay, there's like say $1,000 in there, but 700 is Japan and 300 is cruise, I'm just going to make sure that we put enough money for both payments the entire month, and it's just a lot easier for my brain. Yes. Okay. So this week we're putting $526 into that travel fund. We do also have cash, so we got tipped a little bit of cash while doing delivery driving, which barely ever happens. I think in my 5 years of delivery driving, I've gotten tipped cash like 3 times. So that was really nice of them to do that. And so we're using that cash, and then I get tips at my job. So we're going to use those to do a cash stuffing video. But we're going to do cash stuffing savings challenges. So the savings challenges are going to be whatever we're going to spend while we're on vacation. That's the idea. Just to keep it fun and make it more entertaining to save. So yeah, that is the budget. This is what we're working with. And we're going to go ahead and go into Capital One and move some money around. Okay, so this is my account here. The paychecks go into my account, and then from my account I transfer everything around, which does make it kind of difficult when we're looking at statements and stuff, but it's just it's a way that works for us. So I'm going to take the money from my paycheck and put it into automatic debt payments. Actually, I think the Affirm and everything comes out of that as well. So let me go ahead and add that all up, and then we'll do that together. About it. Okay. $518. So we're going to go ahead and put that into debt. 518. And I like to have a separate account for our debt payments, because this way I'm just much less likely to accidentally spend it. Because if it's in its own category, then it just doesn't get accidentally spent. There's no like card associated with this account, so we can't accidentally spend the money. All right. And so we're going to review the transfer and move it over, and now in automatic payments we're going to have that full amount that we need for all of our debt payments. So now I can set it and forget it. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to start by like highlighting them, and once the payments come out, I'm going to come back, delete the highlight, and then check them off. So I now have 166, so I'm going to go ahead and make this payment here. I think I'm going to just do all of it into the credit card and then reduce this number here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have 166 in my account to 160, just so there's a little bit of a buffer. Go ahead and make that payment, Mr. Ant. So this payment has been made, this payment has been made, and then 160 minus 50. Why can't I do simple math? Okay, so then later on in the week when we get more pay, we're going to put 140 towards the other one of these two. So there's that. And then when my husband gets paid, we're going to do the travel and rent will come out of his paycheck. And then, yeah, everything else will just immediately go into the credit cards. Stay tuned for a budget binder reset. I haven't used my cash budget binders in so long that I'm going to do like a video setting them up and everything, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you aren't subscribed, hit subscribe. And yeah, also check out my mini series. I do little vlogs and like things related to earning the money for the 2 trips that we're taking this year. It's in my shorts folder, so you can go ahead and watch those if you'd like. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. If you have watched till the end of the video, leave me a crystal emoji down below. I think there's multiple ones, just whichever one you like. And that way I can thank you for sticking it out to the end, because you're a real one for that. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and an even better tomorrow. Bye!